Pizza.
Pizza. Whoosh.
Pizza.
Pizza.
Welcome to the world of Mime Over Matter. We have a NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Universal Monsters. This is the black and white 4-pack. This is probably one of the coolest action figure sets I think I have ever seen. I love Ninja Turtles. I love the Universal Monsters figures that they're making, and I absolutely love black and white variant figures. So this is pretty much my ideal action figure set. Taking a look at them, they're loaded with accessories. We're going to take a look at all of them individually, and just the detail on these guys is incredible. And before we get to the figures, let's take a look at the absolutely amazing box that they have. So we saw on the front, we've got the characters all lined up. They're in a slightly different order than they're packaged in. Who knows, there was probably a communication issue on there. But, yeah, no, we forgive. And then just their faces on the front. This is how it's displayed in the stores. It is absolutely incredible. We've got Donatello as the invisible turtle. We've got Leonardo as the creature. We've got Raphael as Frankenstein's monster. And we have Mummy Michelangelo. We've got some fun little sayings on the back. And just from a packaging standpoint, I've actually had this for a few months without opening it, just because I absolutely love the packaging. But I got the itch. I just needed to make some stop motions with them and just put them on display. So today was the right day. We are just going to put our figures back in the camera view, take the box away, get the accessories out, and figure out which monster turtle we're going to take a look at, play with their swappable parts, their accessories, weapon them up, and just take a look at all of the cool little fine details on them. Like, I do have already the normal version Frankenstein and the Mummy, and there's some really incredible just little details on them that I just can't wait to see the creature as well as the invisible turtle, just because they're just loaded with just little tidbits of fun. And I'm all about fun with my action figures, so this is perfection for me. All right, so first up, let's do Raphael as Frankenstein's monster. He does not like fire or criminals. He's just a vigilante of a monster, and he comes with sais that have nice little lightning bolts on them. So everything on them is going to be a mix of the monster that they're designed after and the Ninja Turtles. So we've got chains all over them. We've got a little bit of limited articulation on the knees with the buckle, the belts and buckles all over. And same thing with the hip articulations, a little bit limited. He's got a nice little pressure gauge on him. He's got everything's patchwork together because he's a Frankenstein monster. He's got the stitching. He's got a sewer cap fixing a piece of his shell, and his arms are not too bad articulation, a little bit stiff, but he's Frankenstein's monster, so he's going to be a little bit stiff anyway. All right, so he's a little bit wobbly, which is surprising. He does have big, wide feet. So from swappable hands, these are the ones that will hold the electrical sais versus the one that are in there, the kind of the finger hands, so he can do his Frankenstein walk. And then let's see what else we got going. We got our punching hands so that he can do all his fighting needs. So put those on. And I think the hands that we're going to go with are the holding hands, so we can weaponize him and get those in place. So it looks like they will twist off. There's a peg in there. We've taken plenty of NECA arms and hands and feet off, so they pop right out, pop right back in. And there we go. He is ready to hold his sai. So let's put that one in there. It's a really tight grip. I think I'm going to pick him up, get him close to my eyes so I can figure out the right angle to put that one in. All right, so that wasn't too bad. It just has to go in at an angle. His fingers do not have much give to them, and the plastic on the sai is a little bit on the brittle side. A lot of the NECA Ninja Turtles figures accessories are a little bit... they're a different plastic, so you just got to be a little bit careful with them. Some of my movie turtles, their weapons have already broken. Actually, as I was literally saying some of the other figures' weapons have broken, this one snapped at the handle. So that's what I was trying to avoid. I unfortunately could not do it without breaking it. So a little bit disappointed right out of the gate. But as Raphael, he's always losing a sai here or there. So luckily I'll have the other sai is in his hand. I will probably never take it out. So in all my stop motions, he will forever be holding that sai because I don't want to break it, and now I don't trust that hand. So I'll just put the other hand on there. Luckily, we got the swappable hand options, and I will forge ahead and not be too disappointed because it's still going to be perfect for displaying and stop motioning, and I should be able to just use some crazy glue and fix it. So not too concerned. Next up, we will take a look at the Egyptian goofball, Michelangelo the Mummy, in all his glory. Now, I would say of the four turtles in this black and white variant, Michelangelo is probably the one that is closest to the original, with the wraps being roughly the same color. They were white wraps, and the green of his skin on the original is like a grayish, muted, kind of decaying green. So I'd say pretty similar, but this fits in perfectly with the rest. Man, his leg articulation on those hips is absolutely incredible. Much better than I'd say almost any of the other NECA Ninja Turtles figures. He's got some nice knee articulation. Yeah, this one's got really great articulation compared to the Raphael as Frankenstein's monster. Much more stiff, but he's Frankenstein, so Frankenstein's monster, so what do you expect? And you see all the cool little details on his shell. You got the little hieroglyphs and symbols and beetles all over him. So they definitely go for the nice Egyptian design on this one. You know where he's coming from. You know he's out there pharaohing in his past life. And looking at his accessories, he's got nice little Ankh nunchucks. So nice Egyptian symbol. And he could swing them around and, give people the what for. And he's also comes with these nice swappable hands. He's got the reaching hands, he's got the holding hands, and he's got the punching hands. So those seem pretty standard that's what I would say we should expect with all four of these turtles. And he comes with the holding hands out of the package, so we can just put those right in there. We are going to be very, very careful after what happened with Raphael. But these ones are open a little bit wider, so we're not having too much of an issue. And the handle is much thinner. And they come with really cool chains on them, so they just hang. They could spin around. These are, in my opinion, the perfect combination of Ninja Turtles and Universal Monsters. It's the best of both worlds. It is, dare I say, glorious. He also comes with some extra bandages, probably so Mikey could finish something up and just say, "That's a wrap," and then toss his bandages at people. And this is probably my favorite. This is the swappable head that is very reminiscent of the Ninja Turtles movie head that was found with the lips decayed, and it just looked like this. So it is things that nightmares are made of, but now we've got it in action figure form. So this Michelangelo is absolutely perfect. And now we have, this one is new to me. I had Raphael and I had Michelangelo. I did not have Leonardo as the Creature, so this is a brand new review for me. My first exposure to this character. The webbing on the hands is absolutely incredible, and then you've got these scales all over. He's got netting on him. He's got hooks everywhere. He's got some pretty limited articulation on the neck just because there's a lot going on. Same thing with the legs. Mobility is kind of limited because of the scales, the fins, the bulkiness. But this guy is more about he's intimidating, and he's just going to slowly crawl after you and get you. On his shell, it looks like a food eating competition with all those fossils. There's definitely a trilobite or two, and it's just awesome. As far as design goes, this is perfection. It is Universal Monsters, it is Ninja Turtles, it is the combination that I think we all wanted and we all hoped for, and they delivered. And the black and white version of it just looks so incredible. As far as the weapons go, if I had to rank them, I would say Leonardo's swords are probably at the bottom of the list just because they're more harpoons than they are swords, and I would rather them be more sword to the Leonardo character than creature harpoons, but that's okay. He makes up for it with these webbed hands. They're crawling, they can do all the goods, and then they've got the nice little holding hands so that he can hold on to those harpoon swords, and we are going to do that. And the rule of today is be careful with these weapons because they are a little bit more brittle than the actual figures themselves, which have a little bit more give to them. The weapons are unforgiving, so we'll just rip those hands off. If we need a little bit of help, we could have used the sword. And let's put those in. These have a nice wide handle. Oh, but actually the fingers have a little bit more flex to them. So these are a little bit more rubbery than the the Michelangelo and the Raphael, which were a little bit thicker. And we'll just, I guess, put that little rope through his hand so we don't snap that guy off. And there we go. He is armed. He is dangerous. He is the creature from the Black and White Lagoon. All right, we will put all his creature features off to the side, and then we will prepare ourselves for the invisible turtle, Donatello himself. If we could just find him. Luckily, he's covered with bandages, so that'll help us identify him. Mike will go in the back so that we can give Donnie his time to shine. This is incredible. I absolutely love this figure. I wanted the regular version of him just because Donatello is my favorite, but with the Universal Monsters, I've been a little bit more selective because they keep putting out different versions. So, do I want the Leonardo as the creature, or do I want one as the Wolfman? So be a little bit selective and hope that they put out some more, but I am happy with this one. The shell is translucent and he's got some pizza in there. He should probably see a doctor about his digestive tract because it's doing things it should not be doing. And then he's got the rope on the back, or I guess the ties on the back that you can put his bow into if he's not holding it. But we're going to have him holding it because he's Donatello. He's always got to have his staff on staff. And then he comes with this second head, which is kind of goofy. I don't know. It's got a funny little grin on it, and it's got hair coming out the top of it. But the eyes, you can see inside, so you can tell that he's actually clear. That is a nice little feature. I will probably use this one more in just stop motions to be silly with, but I think for display purposes, I like the one that comes with it fully wrapped with the goggles on, so it just looks so fantastic. And as Donatello is my favorite of the turtles, I kind of am a little bit biased towards this figure, but yeah, don't hold it against me. Everyone's got their favorites. Donnie also comes with a nice pair of swappable invisible feet, which are pretty awesome. They are nice and translucent versus the ones that he comes with are also translucent, but they got some wraps on them so that you can see where they are and where he's stepping around. As far as which ones do I like better, I think I like the ones with the wraps on them. They're a little bit more interesting versus the clear, completely clear ones. So for now, I'm going to leave the wraps on. These hands, however, the perfectly clear, invisible hands, I'm definitely going to put those ones on. And these are the holding hands too. So I'm going to need the holding hand so he can hold his staff. And it looks like he comes with a series of invisible hands as well as gloved hands. So Donnie is fully loaded when it comes to accessories. And he also comes with a nice little pointing finger. So when he's got that eureka moment, you can use that one. Although it also looks like he could be giving a gesture because he only has 3 fingers. But, perhaps we will use that in a stop motion. But I'd say let's get these invisible hands on there, the nice invisible holding hands, and then get him all armed. So we'll have our 4 turtles holding what's left of their weapons and give them a nice monster pose. Yeah, I just need to say it again. I am so happy that NECA not only put out the Universal Monsters, but they put out the black and white variants because this is how the monster movies were originally viewed in the world in black and white. And this is just a incredible nod to what the Universal Monsters gave to the world and just Ninja Turtles being how incredible they are. All right, back to the staff at hand. The staff is in hand and it looks amazing. Donnie could pose with it. You don't see it coming. He's the invisible turtle, and then he'll just smack you across the face. Be wary if you're a foot. Oh, he also comes with a nice little light reading book with TGRI on there. And I'm sure within those pages there's a secret or two of the ooze, so we might have to read that later. It also comes with a nice little microscope for seeing some of those smaller accessories that our action figures come with. So now that will definitely be used in stop motion. Just any of these little accessories are always fun. And this is the coolest thing. He comes with a nice little hat, so now he could be a fashionable, little invisible turtle. And that's amazing. I love the look of all of these turtles. They're perfect combination of turtles and Universal Monsters. NECA they know what the people want, and the people, myself included, love what they put out there. This is probably one of the best Ninja Turtle sets I think I have ever added to my collection. I cannot wait to just put them on display and just use them in stop motion. I love making Ninja Turtle NECA stop motions. They're absolutely perfect. So these will definitely be of good use, especially around Halloween time. Who doesn't love a good Universal Monsters Halloween stop motion? I know I do. Thanks for watching. Enjoy.
Yeah.